when you arrive, you're going to park your car, and then when you've got to the ketch rigger, you're going to leave it to your port and walk around the building and find our offices. So welcome to our new look office. When you come in, your boat paperwork will be all here, so pick up the one that for your boat, and then it'll have all the details inside. The office staff will still be here to help you through with anything. Your new look boat pack. So you're going to, having picked up your boat, it's going to have details of where the boat is located, the Marina Gate code and the Marina Wi-Fi code. There's going to be some details about the yacht here, along with what we would want you to do at the end of your charter. There's a useful information pack or sheet detailing some useful information that you might need during your charter. One of the really key things is our office hours number and the out of hours number, and also sea starts number. Then you've got the actual details of the boat and your handover paperwork. So when you go down to the boat, you just need to make a note of any scuffs or scratches that you can see on the outside of the yacht, and any notes that you have to do with the inside of the yacht, just mark on here. Once you're happy with that, a little signature. Run through the inventory on the boat. The red items are your safety stuff. Once you've been through this, and it does go on to 2 pages, ring the office and our fleet team will come down and talk you through from the pontoon anything else that you need to know. On the return of the charter, make sure that you're here an hour, 90 minutes to an hour before you're due to exit the yacht. There's some reminders in here about how we like the boat left. Let us know if you have refueled. In the joining instructions, there's some details about the new requirements for refueling at MDL, so please do make sure that you follow those. Let us know if you've used the dinghy or if you've changed the gas, and then let us know if you've got any losses, breakages, damages or defects on your yacht. Just pop those in there. We do like to know about any defects so that we can make sure that we can fix them. And then once you're happy with that, a little signature. So when you're coming up to the office, you will we'll also work through all of your paperwork with regard to your security deposit and any additional paperwork that we've asked you to bring. If you need any optional extras, please, we do ask that you've ordered these in advance to make sure that we have them ready for you. Otherwise, and paid for in advance. Otherwise, we can sort those out while you're in the office and make sure that you've got everything and all the paperwork's taken care of.
Okay, so when you finish with Alex in the office, done your paperwork, when you come down to the boat, go on the boat and go to the red Bible first, which will be on the chart table, and make sure you go through all of the inventory to check that everything is there, paying special attention to what's written in red, because that is your safety agreement. Once you're happy with everything, then you can give the office a call and one of us will come down for you to sign the paperwork and to answer any of your questions, or anything you cannot find that's on the inventory we will find for you. So if you've got any questions, then we can answer all your questions. and also give you tips on the best way of taking the boat out from the berth. Hi, my name's Andy. I'm one of the fleet engineers. So when you first come down to your boat, on the chart table will be a red folder. This is what I call the boat Bible. In the folder will be all the information about the boat and all the certificates needed on the boat for charter. So when we first open the book, it will have obviously the boat name, and then obviously the boat notes and ship's papers. On the next page will be the yacht specification, which gives you the yacht name, type of boat it is, year of build, the lengths, drafts, beams, also call signs, MMSI number, sail number, and also importantly the diesel capacity and water capacity, especially if you're doing any long passages. On the next page we have 2 pages which is telling you where all the equipment is you need to know on the boat, as in batteries, engine, how to start, stop, where the shut-off valves are, obviously where the emergency tiller, life raft, how to use the water tanks, the anchor windlass, and also the mainsail, how many reefs it's got, storm jib, and the helm. So all the information about the boat is on these 2 pages. On the next page we have a diagram showing you where all the through hull fittings are, as in head sinks, outlets, toilet inlets, speed and transducers. So you know if you get any leaks on the boat, have a look round by where the through hull fittings are or anything like that. On the next page, which is an important one, is one again showing you where all the safety equipment is on board and where it's stowed. Next to that we have another copy of the inventory, but do pay close attention to what's in red, because that is all your safety equipment that is on board, and it tells you exactly where it is. On the next page we start going then through the boat papers. So it's just all the standard builder certificates, schedules, but an important one is your compass deviation card. So if you are doing any long passages, you just need to know the deviations for the compass. Apart from that, it is just all the certificates for all the safety equipment, and shows you that they're all in date and they've all been tested.
So on Aphrodite Spirit we've now made some upgrades and some changes. So when you come on board, after you've read your boat Bible, the red book, in it you'll see a reference to the boat batteries. Now the boat batteries, when you come on board, they are already on for you in the vertical position. So you shouldn't have to touch them or change them at all. If however you have a flat battery and you need to start your engine, in the nav table you'll find a link switch key like this, black or red. It will be in the nav table, and just to the right of the battery switches you will actually see the link switch itself. Just the black unit there. Pop your key in, turn it around, and it will link all of the batteries together. So another part within the battery switches is the anchor windlass trip switch. At this moment in time it is on. If your anchor windlass is not working, it is highly likely it's tripped. So this button here, pop that back in and you'll hear a click.
The main switch panel on the boat is self-explanatory. You have nav lights, which is bow and stern light. We have mooring light, which is anchor light. We have electric bilge pump, water pump, and cabin lights. VHF and stereo. Comfort is for the shower pump and water pump. Navigation instruments, deck floodlight. This is for your batteries, so that is reading you the voltage in your battery, on which is number 2. And the steaming light is this one.
In addition to the upgrades that we've had on board Aphrodite Spirit, we actually have a new engine, and the start controls are here in the cockpit. So on a cold start, first press your power button, the display will light up and the LED will come on, and then it will alarm. So the system is currently doing checks. Once we have the alarm, pop your Morse control in and a 1/4 throttle. From there, if it is a cold morning and you need to start, press and hold the glow plug button for a couple of seconds. 1, 2. Once we've done that, press and hold start and the engine should start. Nice and easily. Checking for the water. In order to stop the engine, press and hold the stop button until the alarm and the lights come on. Once you've done that, press and hold power and that will shut the system down. And the LED display will turn off.
On Afro, it has a swivelling wheel, obviously for making better access through if you're moored stern to. To move the wheel round, pull this out and then swivel the wheel and it will click back into place. So the wheel now is set up. Also on here, it tells you which way the prop walk is. This one kicks to port when going astern. So if you're going into a marina, it's always handy to go port side too, because that will help you keep the boat into the pontoon. With the autopilot on Afro, it's got a wheel pilot, so it's important to understand how you engage and disengage the autopilot. To start with, when you want to go into auto, hold the wheel tight, engage the clutch like so, and then press auto. Now we are running on autopilot, so if I move the wheel turns. To disengage the autopilot, first hold the wheel, press standby, and then release the clutch. Now the wheel's free to turn.
So in addition to the upgrades, we now have an electric windlass, not a manual one, and the windlass control unit is here at the nav table. So when you want to use your anchor windlass, grab your remote control from the nav table, check that your trip switch is on in the port aft cabin, come up onto the foredeck, open up the forepeak there, popping the line on there so the wind doesn't blow it on your head, and then take your control unit, take the cap off and connect it in. You'll see there's some grooves there that will only fit in one way. So give it a twizzle round, lock it in. Once that's on, the control unit is now live to go down or up. And I find when bringing the anchor up, just as the anchor starts to break the water, just a pulsing action to slow the swing down actually helps prevent the anchor smashing into the bow of the boat. When you've finished, take your control unit out and make sure you pop the cap back over to prevent seawater getting into the electrics.
Aphrodite Spirit has a slab mainsail which has 3 reefs. The reefing lines are led through the clew and the luff, so there is no need for anyone to go up to the mast. It is basically like a single line reefing system. The Genoa is a standard Genoa on the furling system, so please, when you're furling the Genoa in, please do not put it onto a winch. If you have problems with the furling system and you cannot pull it in by hand, then there must be a problem. If you can't see what the problem is, drop the Genoa onto the deck, give us a call, and we will sort it out or talk to you through it on the phone. Please do not try and winch a Genoa in on a winch, because you could cause more damage.